I don't, but that was just hella funny. She ain't got no facial hair. It's wild. Something crazy. You ain't got no facial hair. Bald face ass nigga. What I heard. Oh, this nigga team a 95. 96. Oh my god, yeah. That's crazy.
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams.
Hey, he's
These
a
two
troll,
will get their
bro.
oil checked early. As we'll see,
Come
the
on,
number 10 team in the country,
Sydney,
the
tell her
Iowa
happy birthday.
Hawkeyes, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
This ain't her name or your name?
Line gets set, first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. Finds his man. It's Floretta. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, wait, where the fuck was y'all?
And how
Where was y'all at?
catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the community say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it's no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The pitch to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Oh, it's the wrong play. Fuck.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this morning. He wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. The Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man, they convert. Tackle is made after the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Looking to move it through the air. And it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Caught in the backfield, it's Floretta. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. With the catch, it's Henson. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. One final play before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. And they're not.
Oh, that was the right play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Try to get it to the edge. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt.
That's crazy. Look at the amount of stars that's on this nigga
That is
line.
no good. And guys, after the miss...
You remain
in the score. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs,
Deep
you always
fucking
pick out
tackle,
those
bro.
big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
Where the fuck?
Buckeyes. And once he found
where
open
was
space,
he
the
going?
band
Why
might
was
as
it
well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best
That make no
offenses
sense,
are the ones
bro.
that can create explosive
None.
plays, just
Made
like
no
you saw
sense.
right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get it.
They stripped it out. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Offense in an empty set. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young. The Bosa's Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Bounced right back to them.
Boy, what y'all got going?
Nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Here's the handoff. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. Ball's out. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
My bro, what y'all got going?
Start having success. You got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Wide out in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Stumbled to the ground. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on fourth down. Wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired. And
I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man. It's Flawletta. Tackled immediately after the catch. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Got a man. It's Flawletta.
Legal touching.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The offense set for a first down play. They move the tight end all over. Wants to throw on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes want to move quickly. Comes out throwing on first down. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He's going to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Hawkeye! Getting set for the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Fights off a defender. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Iowa! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
A lot of times the QB's going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a first down for you.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. The Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't free.
Killing me.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. No huddle offense to the line. They'll give it to the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Fires downfield. And his throw is incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Iowa. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's loose. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Iowa 35, Ohio State 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep.
Touchdown, Ohio State! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build it.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He wants to throw here on second down. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. New set of downs after that completion.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
This one's complete. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. He wants to pass it on second down. A little screen to the running back. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. East Carolina is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 21 to Florida State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. That's a 20. He's got space. Touchdown, Iowa! And the pummeling has started. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Floating away. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. With the catch, it's Flawletta. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hauls it in. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone.
Oh!
And interception number 3 on the day. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And the Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the first. On the move at the 30. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
tackle on the play at the 15-yard line.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.